Welcome to the deep dive. This time we're doing something a little different. We're diving into a list of your personal goals. It's kind of like a treasure map to your future ambitions. We're talking education, finances, business, community work, lifestyle, even spiritual growth. It's a whole picture of where you're headed.
It's really impressive, the range of things you want to accomplish. It's not just a checklist. It's a statement about what kind of life you want, the legacy you want to leave behind.
Right, exactly. To give you a quick overview, we've got 7 main areas: education and skills, personal finances, business growth, community support, home ownership, lifestyle, and spiritual development.
It's fascinating how all these areas connect. It's not just about individual goals, it's about how they work together, how they all fit into this bigger vision.
Let's jump into the first category: education and skills, blockchain security, AI and cybersecurity, cultural intelligence, even UX design. You're not just keeping up, you're aiming to be ahead of the curve in some pretty cutting-edge stuff.
And those are smart choices, especially given your field. I mean, think about it. Cybersecurity is only becoming more and more crucial. Combining that with, say, UX design, that could really set you apart. Imagine creating security solutions that are so intuitive, so user-friendly, that people actually enjoy using them instead of seeing them as a chore. That's a powerful combination.
It sounds like you're not just learning for the sake of learning, but thinking strategically about how these skills can give you an edge. All right, let's move on to financial goals. Long-term security for yourself and future generations. Emergency fund, retirement, college savings, even generational wealth. That's thinking ahead.
Yeah, and you've even got some savvy strategies in there, diversifying your investments, refinancing, making tax-saving moves. You're clearly not leaving things to chance. You're taking control of your financial future.
You mentioned consistently investing in your retirement fund, even with small amounts. Have you thought about front-loading those contributions early on? It could make a surprisingly big difference in the long run because of compounding. And have you looked into whether a Roth or traditional IRA might be a better fit for your situation?
Those are some really great questions. Front-loading, especially when you're younger, can really take advantage of that compounding power. And choosing between a Roth and traditional IRA really depends on your current tax bracket versus what you think it'll be in retirement. It's worth really digging into to see which one benefits you more.
Now let's talk business growth. You want to take your consulting business international, starting with Cameroon. Pretty ambitious. You also mentioned publishing a book and becoming a thought leader.
It's not just about expanding, it's about positioning yourself as a real expert in your field. Publishing a book, especially as you're branching out into new markets, can really boost your credibility on a global level.
Publishing a book on risk management. That's ambitious. Do you think that's essential for breaking into the international market, or are there other strategies that might be just as effective?
A book can definitely open doors and establish you as a thought leader, no doubt. But it's not the only way. Building a strong online presence, speaking at international conferences, networking with key people in those markets, those are all crucial too. It's about finding the right combination of strategies that work for your goals and your resources.
Okay, next up, community support. You've got a seriously generous vision here, supporting education, clean water initiatives, mentoring young women, healthcare, digital literacy, both locally and in Cameroon. That's giving back on a whole other level.
What's striking is how well these goals line up with your personal values. It's clear you're not just after personal success, you're driven to empower others, to create opportunities both in your community and around the world.
Yeah, and teaching digital literacy in underserved areas, that's a huge one. It's not just charity, it's giving people the tools to shape their own futures in a world that's more and more online.
Exactly. It's about closing that digital gap, giving people the skills they need to access information, education, and opportunities that they might not have otherwise. It's a long-term investment in their future and the future of their communities.
So we've covered some pretty intense ambitions. But you haven't forgotten about yourself. You've also got some fantastic lifestyle goals in here. Annual family vacations, traveling to historical sites, learning photography, even hobbies like painting and gardening.
It's great to see that focus on work-life balance, personal fulfillment, alongside your professional and philanthropic goals. Relaxing, pursuing your passions, creating meaningful family experiences. It all contributes to a richer, more well-rounded life.
Speaking of UX design, I ran into a security system the other day that was so complicated, I almost gave up. It really drove home how important user-friendliness is, especially when it comes to cybersecurity. Maybe learning photography could be more than just a hobby. It could be a way to document those family adventures. And who knows, maybe it could even lead to a side business, combining your creative side with your entrepreneurial spirit.
Those are great points. And they really show how your goals can feed into each other. Photography could be a way to relax, make memories, A&D potentially even bring in some income. It's about seeing the possibilities, the connections between the things you're passionate about and what you want to achieve.
Finally, let's talk about your spiritual goals. You want to deepen your connection with your faith, actively participate in your religious community. These are goals that require real dedication and discipline. You mentioned strengthening your relationship with Jehovah through daily Bible reading and prayer, regular attendance at congregation meetings, participating in the ministry each week, and a commitment to personal Bible study.
These goals definitely reflect a deep and abiding faith, a desire to live a life guided by your spiritual principles. It's not just about learning about your faith, but about actively living it, sharing it with others, and contributing to your religious community.
You've also mentioned a goal of memorizing key scriptures. What's the significance of that for you?
It's a powerful way to internalize those teachings, to make them readily available for guidance and inspiration. It's about carrying those words of wisdom with you, letting them shape your thoughts and actions.
And how do you see these spiritual goals influencing your other aspirations,
Yeah.
particularly your community work?
It seems like your faith is a driving force behind your desire to give back, both locally and in Cameroon. Your spiritual goals are shaping your vision for a better world. They're guiding your philanthropic work.
It's amazing how your faith connects your personal growth with how you impact the world. It's like you're weaving your values into everything you do. Speaking of weaving things together, let's talk about your goals for homeownership. You're not just thinking about a beautiful house. You want something functional and sustainable, too. Energy-efficient appliances, a spacious kitchen for the family, a dedicated space for relaxation, an outdoor garden. It sounds like a dream home designed for comfort, connection, and maybe even a touch of luxury.
Yeah. What's interesting is the attention to detail. You've really thought about how to make this home reflect what matters to you. Solar panels show your commitment to sustainability. A home office shows how dedicated you are to your career. And having a play area for your kids, that puts family at the center of it all.
It's like you're creating a sanctuary, a place to work, play, connect with loved ones, recharge, all while minimizing your environmental impact. And speaking of recharging, let's look at your personal and lifestyle goals. Annual family vacations, trips to historical sites, hobbies like painting and gardening, even making time for relaxation and self-care. It's clear you understand the importance of work-life balance.
Absolutely. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish at all. It's essential. It lets you be more present in all areas of your life. These goals tell me you get that a fulfilling life isn't just about professional success. It's about enjoying your passion, spending quality time with family, creating memories that last.
One goal that really stands out to me is this idea of creating a family tradition of celebrating accomplishments together. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful way to build a sense of shared joy, and create lasting memories. So you want to learn to play a musical instrument. Any idea which one speaks to you? I always thought piano would be fun, but maybe you're drawn to something a little more exotic.
It's a great way to instill a sense of pride in your children's achievements, to show them that success is something to celebrate as a family. It creates that supportive environment where everybody feels encouraged to pursue their dreams.
Now, you've also included goals that point to this desire for personal growth and exploration.
Yeah.
Learning to play a musical instrument, joining a book club, even writing a memoir. It's like you're saying, okay, I have these big ambitions, but I also want to keep learning, growing, and discovering new parts of myself.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of setting personal goals. It's not just about what you want to achieve. It's about who you want to become along the way. Learning an instrument could unlock a creative side you haven't fully explored yet. Joining a book club could expose you to new ideas, new perspectives, and writing a memoir. That's a powerful way to reflect on your life journey and maybe even inspire others with your story.
So we've covered a lot here. Future-proofing your career, building financial security, giving back to the community, creating a dream home, nurturing your personal life, deepening your spiritual connection. It's a really inspiring roadmap for the future.
It's not just inspiring, it shows real drive and vision. You're not just aiming for success, you're aiming for a life that's truly meaningful, fulfilling on every level.
But with so many awesome aspirations, where do you even start? You can feel a little overwhelming to think about tackling all of it at once.
That's true. That's where prioritization comes in. We've looked at the connections between your goals. Now it's about figuring out which ones matter most right now. Which ones will have that ripple effect, and make other goals easier to achieve down the line. That's where the magic really happens.
It's like we've put together this incredible puzzle, and now we're looking at the big picture. It's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. But you're right. The question is, where do you start?
Exactly. We've got this fantastic roadmap, but even the most ambitious journey has to start somewhere. And the best part is, it's your journey. You get to choose where to begin.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to encourage you to really reflect on everything we've discussed. Think about which goals feel most urgent. The ones you can't wait to start. Which ones really light that fire in your belly? And which ones will kind of create that domino effect, the ones that'll make it easier to reach other goals down the line?
It's about setting yourself up for success, for sure, but it's also about keeping that excitement going, that momentum. What feels like the most energizing first step for you on this journey?
And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Take those big goals and break them down into smaller steps, things you can actually manage. Celebrate each win along the way. And don't be afraid to adjust course as you go, as you learn and grow. Life throws curveballs, and your goals should be flexible enough to change with you.
This deep dive has been about so much more than just breaking down a list of goals. It's been about really understanding what you want to achieve, your values, the kind of future you see for yourself. And hopefully it's giving you the tools and insights to make that future a reality.
It's been a deep dive into you, and what we've discovered is pretty incredible. So take this knowledge, this inspiration, and use it to build the life you dream of. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.